G-N-A-R-L-E-Y till I die. Mic check 1, 2 to the 3, 4, 5. Nicktoons up next with the podcast live.
What's up, Grommet Vommit, brought to you by JB and the Duke. And today's show sponsors are Coastal Edge, and we got Chichos. And today we're doing the podcast from Coastal Edge.
You. And we are giving a shout out to Outbound Beef Jerky.
Yeah.
And we still have 4 Myrtle Beach Ham tickets. All you have to do is go to Grommet Vommit and follow us on Instagram. Follow Grommet Vommit, and you could get a chance to win 4 free Myrtle Beach Ham tickets.
Yeah.
And our guest today is...
we got Wes Laine.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
What's up, Duke? JB2?
What's up?
Hi, Mr. Wes.
Yeah, hi, Mr. Laine. Hi, Mr. Wes. What do you want us to call you?
You can just call me Wes.
Okay.
That works.
Wes?
You can call Wes Jr. Call him Mr. Wes.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
You can call me Little Fart.
Hey, Mr. Wes.
What's up, Duke?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Wes?
Yeah. Wait, no, he's Wes.
Wes?
Either
Alright.
one. Either
Wes.
one's cool. Either one's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
How did you get into surfing?
How I got into surfing. So my older brother, he's 9 years older than me. He was a surfer. All his friends were surfers. So when I was a little tiny kid, I wanted to do what they did. So I would follow them around to the beach. I didn't have a surfboard, and I would watch. And it went from watching to going to the supermarket with my mom and getting a styrofoam surfboard. It lasted about a week. I broke it in half, went back to the supermarket, got another one. So that's how I started surfing, on a piece of styrofoam.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Piece of styrofoam?
But then the actual first surfboard, I think it was probably that same summer. It was my brother's longboard. It weighed about 50 pounds. And my brother would push me in from the outside, and then my dad would be in the shore break, and he would try to catch me. That way the 50-pound board wouldn't smash me in the shore break.
Yeah, that's what my mom and dad did for me.
Yeah, my dad would help me like that too, except my mom always has to watch the baby, so sometimes you gotta get hurt. You gotta get smacked with.
Yeah, you take a little punishment every now and then, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I've been begging my dad to go, and he says we could probably go as long as you wear your wetsuit, but we have to find the right day. So just waiting for the right day.
Find that warm day.
You find that one warm day.
Yeah. What is your most favorite wave? Favorite wave to surf?
Wow. Favorite wave to surf. That's super hard, but I think it's going to be a tie between the stretch of beach, pipeline, backdoor off the wall, and Waimea. Pipe backdoor off the wall because there's so much there. There's so much variety. Depending on the day, the time of the day, the direction of the swell, the size of the swell, you can get great barrels. If it gets crowded at one zone, you can move over. So it's super lot of variety. And then on the other hand, Waimea, I love Waimea because it's big. It's just it's a great paddle wave. And it's got a tremendous amount of history. And the guys that pioneered the place, they're all my heroes. So it's a tie. Pipeline, Waimea.
Nice.
All right.
Speaking
of
my favorite that I've surfed at is probably, I really like the Scooting Wave Pool. That's really fun, but a real wave that I like that's in the ocean. I liked I went to Florida and I surfed at what was it called again? At New Smyrna. I liked that because it was super fun and the waves. I don't know. They were just really good for like turns and stuff.
Mr. Wes, what do you think your most biggest wave was?
Ooh, biggest wave. I think for sure the biggest wave I've caught was a tow-in wave at Phantoms, which is a reef that's outside of Velzy Land on the North Shore. And we've paddle surfed it a lot, but I think the biggest actual face that I've ever surfed would have to be at Phantoms.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How hot?
The biggest wave I've ever surfed was probably when I was at Hatteras at the at Frisco. I think I got like this 8-foot wave. I think, or it was at the lighthouse. It was either at Frisco or the lighthouse.
You know, an 8-foot wave for you, that's like a 20-foot wave for me. So 8 foot for you, that's awesome. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Were you scared?
No, not really, because when I paddled into it, it was like it started off like tiny, and then the double up game was like.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you think? You can go,
You
JB.
gotta do. Okay. Have you had any near-death experiences?
I don't think so. I've had a few scary ones. I think one of them was a day at sunset when it was kind of too big for people to really be out and be safe and have fun. And the swell was coming up and it was getting bigger and bigger. And of course, I got into the inside bowl section, fell, broke my board in half, and I was stuck with like this little piece of my tail and my leash, which wasn't very much. It's more like a sea anchor. So the current was so bad that day, I ended up swimming. Couldn't get into the beach on the first lap. I had to swim an entire lap around sunset, come back around, and then try to get in through the impact zone to get to the beach. But it took a long time. It was an ordeal. I wouldn't call it a near-death experience, but you know, it gets you thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I don't think I've had any near-death experiences, but yeah, there was this one time. Well, I don't know. There was this really big waves that came. I was under the water for like 5 seconds, but that wasn't really near-death experience.
It probably seemed like a lot more than 5 seconds.
Yeah, it felt a lot more, but whenever you're under, it just feels like whenever you're also just down for 1 second, you feel like it's like 10.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What do you think your best surf memory was?
You know, wow, I think I'm lucky. I've been surfing for so long and I've got so many great surfing memories. Seems like the best ones are some of the more recent ones. You know, this winter, Wes Jr. and I were in Hawaii. Got some unbelievably great days on the west side at Makaha. We got some great days at Waimea. So it's super difficult to pick out one day or one wave, but especially, you know, all of us are lucky we get to surf, and every day you go out, there's something you remember, something was super fun. You made a maneuver, got a barrel. So it's hard to pick out one thing. It's like surfing's one of those great sports that you're constantly being able to experience stuff you've never done before, a wave you've never ridden, because every wave is different. Every wave is different than the previous.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. One of my best memories for surfing was probably When I was, when I was 3, I was in this contest. I had my little floaties on, and I just went shoo, just right through the little barrel.
And you made it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've never barreled before. It looks
It's
so
coming.
fun though. It
It's
looks
coming.
So fun.
You get one soon.
Yeah.
Maybe this week.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This week was the first day.
Hey, Mr. West, what do you think your favorite surfer is?
Ooh, boy, you guys ask some tough questions. Favorite surfer. I mean, as the years have gone on, I've had lots of favorite surfers from, Eddie Aikau, Duke, Kahanamoko, not Duke Tansey, but maybe Duke Tansey sometime in the future. Obviously, my older brother, Randy, he was one of my favorites. Mark Richards, Wayne Rabbit Bartholomew, Shane Horan, Martin Potter. You know, that era of the 80s was super influential to me because that period in time in professional surfing, there were the guys, you know, from the previous era in professional surfing, you know, Mark Richards, Sean Thompson, Wayne Rabbit Bartholomew, Simon Anderson, Dan Kealoha. And then you had the next group coming in, Tom Curran, Tom Carroll, Martin Potter, Barton Lynch, Damian Hardman, you know. So that period in time in surfing was awesome because you had this influence from the older crew who had the style and the power and the experience, especially in Hawaii. And then you had this whole new group coming in that at the time, you know, aerial surfing was just starting to take root and take off. So 2 different schools of surfing all kind of merging in at the same period of time. So that was super cool. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I like Rob Machado.
Yep. Rob Machado was kind of in that next generation with Kelly Slater, Benji Weatherly, Shane Dorian, Ross Williams. You know, people forget that all of those guys, they were in the top 10 in the world. Some of them stayed competitively for longer, but others kind of branched out into big wave surfing. But those guys were the next generation after.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
And now it's you guys. You guys are the next generation.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sean Thompson, have you ever seen In God's Hands?
I have, yeah. Great movie.
Did you
Have
like
you
it?
seen it?
Yeah,
I loved
I've
it.
seen it. It was a really good movie. Hey, GB, did you see it?
Yeah, what?
Have you seen In God's Hands?
Yeah.
You have? Did you like
That
it?
was awesome. Yeah.
I loved it. So let's talk about food.
All right.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos or burritos, both. If you're having Mexican, you got to do both and have a cold beer too.
But if it's
Not
from
you guys, but I can.
But if
You
it's
have
from
to.
Taco
You
Bell,
have to choose one. You have to choose one.
if it's from Taco Bell, I want that. I want that strawberry freezy and the taco with the mild sauce.
If I'm picking one, it's going to be tacos
Yeah.
because you can get more of them. Just keep ordering tacos.
Mine might be yeah, I'd have to go with a Taco Bell, maybe a Taco Bell taco, and I'd say a Sprite or a Coke, something like that.
Not a margarita?
Not a margarita, no.
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 Maybe later.
Not a foot tall beer.
Hey, Mr. Wes, what do we call you? Or what do we call? Mr. Wes. Do you like being on the show? Do you think it's okay?
It's fun.
Yeah. And
It's
not
super
over
fun.
yet. It's
'Cause
still
Super fun?
going.
The waves are flat today, so it's a perfect day to do it.
Yeah. How do
What do
you
you?
deal with fear?
I think, for me, fear is fun. Fear is kind of what gets you going. It motivates you.
Yeah.
It challenges you. It makes you think. It makes you push your body physically, mentally. It's something that you don't want to let it overtake you, but you want to have it channeled in a positive way.
Yeah.
So I like fear.
I like it too. Fear can be scary sometimes.
It can.
Hey, Mr. West, do you have any sponsors?
So yeah, I guess I do have sponsors still. I kind of think of them as friends now. Now that I'm an older surfer, so companies that have been with me for decades, Quicksilver, there's Coastal Edge, Decline, Chichos Pizza. They sponsor our surf camp. So I look at all of these guys as friends more than sponsors. Yeah, they are sponsors, but I've known them for so long that, it's like we're family. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever do contests?
A couple. Yeah, I did a couple.
What do you think you did? Like, what contests?
Oh, boy. Tough question, huh?
Yeah.
I did them all. I did, started when I was about 7 or 8, did ECSC here in Virginia Beach.
Okay.
I competed in ESA districts in New England, here in Virginia, in North Carolina, South Carolina. So I got lucky enough to surf in a few districts. And then, of course, my brother, Randy, he lives in Carlsbad, California. So I would spend summers out there and surf in the WSA with guys like Joey Baran, David Barr, all the top guys on the West Coast who also went on to be professional surfers. So, yeah, I did a lot of contests before turning professional. But when I turned professional was in the early days, it was not WSL. It was called IPS, which was International Professional Surfing. And that was an association that was run by Randy Rarick and Fred Hemmings. And that was the initial world tour. In 1983, Graham Stapleberg and a few other guys changed the leadership over to Australia, and it became ASP, Association of Surfing Professionals, which went on for many years. And more recently, WSL is now the governing body of professional surfing on a world tour basis. So I've gotten to see all of those associations move the sport of surfing up in a positive direction and grow the sport tremendously.
Yeah. What do you think your most memorable one that you've surfed in is?
I think the most memorable one was the first year I did the tour. I was lucky enough to be sponsored and have enough money to travel the whole world tour. But the most memorable one was winning the trials for the Coke Surfabout in Australia. That was super cool because first time competing on the world tour level. That year I made it through all the trials, qualified for all the main events, which was really good. That way you win some money and you can keep going. But winning the Lightning Bolt trials in Sydney was really cool. And it was kind of a boost for my confidence because, not only did it give me money to travel and make the whole tour, but it makes you realize, hey, I can compete with these guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My most memorable surf contest I did, probably the ECSC that I just did. Last summer, because it was I think my second year doing paddling or third year, I think second, and I got I had to make it through like five rounds, I think, 5 or 6 rounds, and then I got second in the finals.
JB2, I thought you were going to say your most memorable was when you and I surfed in a pro final together. Remember that one?
Oh yeah, that one also. That was sick.
Wasn't that Shoot the Pier? Or was it Steel Pier?
I think it was both.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
We've actually surfed in a couple of pro finals together.
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Wes.
That time I did, but next time, who knows?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Wes, what do you think the most famous person you've ever surfed with?
Wow, most famous person. Oh, without a doubt, it's Kelly Slater. Yeah,
Oh,
Kelly
wow.
for sure. Yeah, because Kelly, East Coast guy, grew up in Cocoa Beach. His brother Sean Slater, great surfer. His other brother Steven Slater, also great surfer. So yeah, Kelly's a guy that he started competing on a pro level super young and being really successful then. But without question, most famous guy I surf with and still surf with would be Kelly.
Check out his book.
I've got that book. That's a great book.
That is what? Yeah.
Get him to sign it. Make sure you get him to sign it.
Next time I see him, I will. Or if I see him.
Yep. You will.
Yeah. I'm trying to get into this. I'm like reading books.
Have you read the whole thing yet?
I haven't read the whole thing. Not
Okay.
read it, but I'm getting there.
Did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, I did. When I started really young surfing, back then everybody that surfed also was a skateboarder. So everybody surfed when there were waves. When it was flat, you would ride your skateboard. And it wasn't really until kind of the 80s and 90s when specifically guys were only skateboarders. They didn't surf at all. But in the early days, everybody that surfed skated, skateboarded all the time, constantly. But up in, going through school, yeah, I played community league, rec league, basketball, football, baseball. I did all of that. It was fun. But, the tough thing is when the waves are good, you don't want to go to a game. You don't want to go to practice. You want to go surf. So sports became kind of a distraction to what I really love to do. And I know you guys can relate to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people probably don't know this, but I used to do soccer.
Yeah. How about you, Duke? Any other sports?
I play rugby.
Yeah.
I surf a little bit. I'm trying to get into it more.
Skateboard?
Skateboard.
Of course.
That's every day, really. What else do I have? I've kind of played like football with my friends, but just like not really a game or anything. Mostly just skating.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really all.
Skate, surf, and snowboard. Because I did do soccer, but I had to stop because all my surfing and snowboarding and stuff and skating.
That takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Doing one sport takes a lot of time. When you're doing 3, you just don't sleep. You can't sleep. You're in your car driving, going from the mountains back to the surf, over to the wave pool, back to Virginia Beach, down to a contest, Williams Farm Skate Park.
Yeah. But luckily, I get to sleep. But my mom.
Oh yeah, they do the driving. Yeah. You're not driving yet, are you?
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
I got my
speaking of
electric bike.
Speaking of driving, we literally just went an hour and a half to the barn yesterday. Skate barn.
Skate barn.
Yeah. It's
How about
probably-
Carolina Beach Skate Park? Have you been to that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually
That's
got
pretty
second.
fun.
I got second place at the contest.
Have you skated over at Reggie's Park over at Eastern Skate Supply?
Not yet. I think we're gonna go though.
Yeah, that one's really fun. That's the best one.
Okay. What board are you riding on these days?
So the board I ride here, is it's a Channel Islands. It's a Neckbeard 3 round tail. It's epoxy, spine tech, so it's super light and really buoyant, really quick. It's kind of the perfect small wave board for Virginia Beach or East Coast. And ironically, I took the board to Hawaii and just because we had room in the board bags, not really thinking it would be a board that would work there, and it did. It worked really well. So that's kind of the go-to board. It's a Neckbeard 3 from Channel Islands, epoxy, spine tech. No
Oh, that's
stringer,
awesome.
stringerless blank, super light.
Oh wow.
You guys don't have to worry about that so much because you don't weigh a lot, but when you start growing, you get bigger and you're still trying to ride those little waves, those little knee-high waves.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Right now, you guys are laughing.
Oh,
A knee-high wave is almost a head-high wave.
yeah. I ride a IPA Echo.
Who shaped it?
Duke IPA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that board day before yesterday. That thing's nice.
Yeah.
That's epoxy, right?
I think yeah.
Yeah.
What music do you like to vibe to?
Old school punk,
Old
heavy
school
metal,
punk?
metal, hardcore metal, old school punk,
No.
old school hip hop too. But yeah, my favorite would be, 80s and 90s punk rock. Yeah. How about you guys? What do you listen to?
It's like a mix of. It's like I can't really tell. It's like a
Noise. It's just noise.
rap and hip hop. I think, right? Is it poppy?
I like punk rock, heavy metal, and rap.
Yeah.
Those are what I like.
Like the candy?
Fun. Very, very funny. Hey, do you have a joke for us, Mr. Wes?
Ah, a joke. Wow. A joke.
It
Yeah.
better not be about pizza, because if it is,
You know,
you got a very cheesy joke.
yeah. A joke. You know what? This joke, it might actually be a true story, but it might not be a true story. Is it a true story or not? I don't know. So I get pulled over by the police.
Okay.
Police officer says, "Hey,
You're speeding.
yeah, I saw you texting and driving."
Ooh.
And I'm like, "There's no way. No." He's like, "No, you were texting and driving." And I said, "Officer, there's no way I was texting and driving because I had a beer in my hand." Get it?
Kind of. Not really.
Drinking, driving.
Oh yeah, I get it.
Uh-huh.
All right. Mine is, why didn't the surfer ride the glassy waves?
Okay, hang on. Let me think about this. Why did the surfer ride the glassy waves? I don't know.
Because he heard they were breaking.
Ooh. Did you
Okay.
come up with that one? I like that.
Yeah.
All right, I got
I
one.
definitely didn't get it off a surfer joke website.
I definitely didn't get this joke off of a website. What do you call a pile of cats?
A
I don't
pile
know.
of cats. What do you call a pile of cats?
The
A
hairball?
meowton.
A fur ball?
No, a meowton.
A meowton?
That's a good one.
Mm.
Meowton.
Where can? Is there anything we can follow you? Meow.
Is there anything we could follow you on?
No.
Really?
I don't do social media very much. I've got an Instagram for surf camp and a Facebook for surf camp. But
Okay. Well,
I did not see that coming.
Tell us about your surf camp.
yeah,
I-
Wes Laine Surf Camp, weslainesurfcamp.com.
Okay.
But yeah, we've been doing that for many years right here in Virginia Beach.
Mhm.
We're down at 3rd Street, down by the jetty. Super fun. You've been down there a lot surfing with us.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, really fun doing surf camps, teaching kids and adults how to surf, getting them to experience that super exciting part of the sport that we discovered when we were young and small and coming up. But it's super fun. We love doing surf camp. We've been doing this now for almost 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, long time.
I've only been alive for 9.
Yeah.
I've only been alive for 10.
That's 10 more years
Yeah.
than you've been alive.
You're good in math. That's excellent in mathematics.
Yeah. Quick math.
What is the camp?
It's
Or
called
when is a camp? Not what is
what is
when
it? When
is
is it? So our camp season starts in June and then goes all the way through the first week of September.
Okay.
So we have to wait until the water gets warm.
Yeah.
I might
Wait,
have
what day of June?
to sign up. I might.
You can come take off in front of JB2.
Yeah.
Make sure you're in front.
Make sure.
Okay, I'll make sure.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for coming on.
Wait.
He's got more questions.
I got more questions.
Oh, you got more.
I heard you had a key to the city of Virginia Beach. How does that feel?
A key to the city of Virginia Beach. Wow, I don't really have a key to the city, but I've got a key to a couple of the parking lots at the surf spots. And that's pretty cool.
Well, that's better.
Oh.
That is better because you
Better.
can sneak in,
Yeah.
unlock the gate,
And then
go
not get
in, park,
trouble.
surf real quick, and then get out of there and lock up before anybody realizes that the waves are good.
Yeah.
It's like a secret stealth attack,
Yeah. It's like a ninja.
secret strike mission.
Yeah.
Wow. How did you get the key to the parking spot?
I don't even know. I think I don't know how I got the key. I might have taken it from somebody. I might have watched them hide it, and then when they weren't looking, I went and pulled it out from under a rock, and then their key became my key. So don't you guys do that to me.
Okay. I won't. But where'd you hide it? Right here?
I can't tell you.
That's
Oh.
where I think that's what we did to the coastal edge key
Yeah.
or the bathrooms.
Kids do that to our skate ramp. They have keys that they just go unlock our locks on the skate ramp and skate whenever they want,
Yeah.
and then they lock it back up. And we're like, hey, how did those guys get in to skate?
Yeah. But me, I'm better. I'm good. I do not have a special key that I just take. I walk into the store. I say, "Hey, am I allowed to unlock?"
You do it the
doors?"
polite way,
Yeah.
the respectful way.
And they're like, "Sure, man."
Mm,
Important question.
Yes.
Do you think pineapples belong on blank pizza?
I used to hate pineapple on pizza. When I went to Australia for the first few years, that was one thing I never got used to, having pineapple on pizza. Now I love it.
Oh wow.
But at first I didn't like it. It was like, what is this pineapple doing on a pizza? You don't put pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Pineapple's a fruit.
Yeah.
But you know what? Tomatoes are a fruit.
Yeah.
It is. People
Yeah.
think it's vegetable. It's not. It's a fruit.
pretty much
The only thing that
everything.
belongs on pizza is crust, cheese, pepperonis, and sauce,
That's my favorite.
and sometimes ketchup.
Ketchup.
Yeah.
and jelly beans
Wow.
and chicken Alfredo.
Wow. Are you making me? I'm getting
And
hungry.
marshmallows.
Why don't
Roasted marshmallows.
I've got a great idea. We should get some Chichos pizzas right now. All this talk about pizza and tacos.
Speaking of s'mores, I literally just had a sleepover with chocolate pudding s'mores.
Oh wow.
like chocolate pudding inside s'mores.
How many did you eat?
I
I'm gonna
only
take
ate
a guess.
one because
A
those are
lot?
actually kind of gross. But I ate 2 s'mores, but they were like they were huge.
You know, if you eat a lot of those, you won't even sleep. The sleepover won't be a sleepover. It'll be a
It'll be a stay over.
sugar fest.
A sugar fest,
Hang out.
Yeah.
just to hang out.
They
It's
were
the
they
vibe
were
time.
shooting on the ramps at like 11:30 last night.
Yeah.
12 even. But we couldn't. We were actually doing a sleepover where we camped outside. Me and him, just me and him with some candy.
Now, was it a sleepover or was it just like you guys were up all night causing trouble?
It was a sleepover, but we couldn't really sleep in the
Got,
tent
like,
because
5 minutes of sleep.
5
we-
minutes.
we have a stump that actually is kind of shaped like a wolf a little bit, or looks a little bit like a wolf or a coyote. And he thought it was a coyote, and I said, "There's no way." And he says, "I'm not taking any chances." And he went inside to sleep. And I didn't want to sleep. I wanted to sleep in the same room with him, but I really wanted to camp outside, so I didn't. I just slept inside. I really wanted to sleep outside, but next time.
Wasn't raining, was it?
What? Wait,
It wasn't
what?
raining? You don't want to camp outside when it's raining.
No. It said it
No.
was gonna rain the next day, but it didn't. Oh wait, is it raining? No, it's not gonna rain. Nah.
What is the gnarliest trick you've ever landed?
Okay. That's a good one. I don't know if I would call it a trick, but this one wave in Hawaii at Backdoor,
Mhm.
really big,
Mhm.
really deep,
Mhm.
got in the barrel.
Mhm.
It spit while I'm in the barrel, and my board dropped out from under my feet.
Mhm.
And I'm traveling through the air, not touching the board, just standing. The board pushed back up under my feet, and I made the wave. So
Wow.
that would be my gnarliest trick.
Oh,
I don't even
wow.
know if you would consider it a trick, but
I consider
it was pretty tricky to me.
I'd consider it a tricky trick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was almost a bad trick being played on me. But it ended up working out good.
Yeah. My gnarliest trick I've ever landed is probably like this one time I was at like the wave pool. I did like an air, and I kind of like aired and spun it a little bit, and then I was slid like that, and I went back to regular.
Did Will Scuden see it?
Yeah, I think
He did. See, if somebody like that sees it, that validates the trick.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he saw it. Will Scuden saw it, so it counts.
Yeah. He was like,
Did you walk over to him and go, "Hey, I just taught you how to do that trick"? Did you tell that to Will?
After the session was done.
Yeah.
Well, JB2, do you have any more questions?
Okay, I'll give it my last one.
Okay.
Do you have any words of wisdom or vomit for the grommets?
Yeah, you know what? I do. I would say to all the Groms, love what you're doing. Love it. Just keep doing it.
Yeah.
The more you do it, the better you get.
Yeah.
The better you get, the more you enjoy it. So
Yeah.
every time you're out, whether it's skateboarding, snowboarding, surfing, enjoy the moment, live it 100%, and you'll be glad you did. Because at the end of the day, we're really the luckiest people around getting to do what we do and have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Heard it
All
from
right.
him.
Thank you
Heard it from
so
him.
much. Thank you
Yeah.
so
Thank you,
much
guys.
for coming
so
on.
much.
Thank you, Duke. Thank you,
For coming on.
JB2.
Oh, yay!
All right.
Yoo! Woo! Grommet Vommit out!
See you on April at the contest. Grommet Vommit out. Blah, blah.
Oh man, goddamn. Nick's back with a sidewalk slam. Still 10 toes with them high top.